today we are reviewing the family Chantel.
Yes.
I don't even think we have not even started reviewing the whole entire show whatsoever. So we are really just going to do from episode 1 all the way up until whatever episode they are on now.
Yes.
So we're going to give a generalization.
Yeah.
So I just feel the whole thing with Chantel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, but let's start off with the minor stuff. Winter has gotten her gastric sleeve done.
Yes.
I am super happy for her.
Yes.
And I think that, ever since she left Jaw, she has really gotten herself together. And I just think that it's a blessing because, like, whenever you leave a situation with man, it's like women glow up better. They just do. I'm just happy that she's finally getting herself together. She is losing the weight. She's doing what makes her happy. And she's just living her best life.
And dating again.
Yes. And she, she was dating this guy named Soma. And he was asking her for a phone, and she cut him off.
Yes. Was he the Nigerian guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she cut him off.
Like a bird, yeah.
They were a little aggressive with me this morning. But yes, so she cut him off, and I'm happy that she is doing that, and she's doing what needs to be done.
I know. Asking her for a phone and, like...
Yeah, asking her for a phone and asking her for money.
That is so bold.
Yeah, I thought it was really ballsy for
and
her
I'm
to
happy
do that.
she cut him off as soon as she saw that red flag.
Yeah.
That was it for her. I was happy about that.
Yeah.
So she has learned.
Yes.
Yes.
And Ryder has gotten his own place, and
he's moved out.
And to my dismay, he has cut off all of his hair, which I really think it has to do with that girl. It has to do with that chick.
Right.
I feel like because she was trying to telling him that he was immature and he was young, this, that, and the third. Girl, you were there to find another rich guy who could take care of you. He was just a jump off.
So you put yourself out there to get her 5 minutes.
A thing, so people can see her, recognize her, and all that stuff.
And then just find someone better. Because I didn't think that she was seeking.
She was not into him. This woman is a mother. She looked like she was 50. Like she was not into him. I mean, her backs were so low. Yeah. So low on herself, and I don't even know what the hell he saw in her. Like, I kind of lost respect.
I guess
I thought he was so
women.
cute.
But you know what I find that a lot of men do as soon as they get older, they want to cut off their hair.
I think that's
like
so.
It's like in America, it's almost like a symbol of I am now more mature. Remember Ludacris cut off his hair?
I thought it was the worst mistake.
As he got older, now Jay-Z decided to grow his hair, right? So I think he looks better. He looks so much better with hair,
and I feel like men cutting off their hair, like, I hate to say it, but it just sounds barbaric. Yeah. Like, even as a black person, like, our hair is connected to so much, and it really is a mechanism for us to take care of ourselves because we take care of so many other people. It's really a way for us to slow down and to focus on ourselves.
Just take care of ourselves. Because it takes a while for us to do our hair. So it's like meditative when you do your hair. Exactly.
I always find great meditation with my hair.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, you cutting off your hair and now you're brushing it down for some waves. Naturally, our hair are not waves. You have to brush your hair for months for it to have that wavy look. I think that black men should just keep their hair. I don't know why y'all go and cut your hair off because most of y'all have oddly shaped heads and it don't look good on you. It just don't. So God gave you hair, keep hair. Because the thing is, men who are older actually look sexier with hair. It is a known fact. And hair makes you look younger. So for him to... And the thing is, Ryder, you have gained some weight. You have. I mean,
he has. He has always been a little pudgy.
He was not. Because when he fought Pedro, he was quite skinny. He had abs.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So the thing is, you have actually gotten bigger. So your head is a little smaller. So I just feel like his head looks too small for the body when you have no hair. Like you could have at least kept a medium-sized afro. You'd have to have all the long hair, but you could have at least kept something. Yeah. I just felt like it. I'm very disappointed in you, Ryder.
Well, you like men with hair, so.
I think men with hair look sexy. I just do. But we digress. We are going to talk about Chantel And that degenerate man that she calls Pedro.
Pedro. And I think we already discussed when did we discuss when he was calling his mom?
We haven't even discussed.
And insinuating that his mom and his grandmother were like...
Oh, then we did that last season.
We did that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here Pedro is that... And you see... That's why, remember, we were warning Chantel.
We were telling Chantel, when a man is disrespecting his family, you should not be there.
Especially
holding the mantle
in his family.
Because if a man can disrespect his mom and his sister and call the grandmother a hoe,
insinuate.
Well, how much?
Insinuated. He didn't actually say.
He didn't say that, but you might as well have just called me a hoe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when a man does that, don't think that you're not too far behind.
Your turn is next.
Yes, so, you are just around the river bend.
So apparently, Pedro has a job now
as a realtor,
and he works with the Latina in this Latina office. Yeah, it's all Latinas there. They would say it's a Latina family. Because he's
because they hired him because he speaks Spanish and English, and they need a realtor who can speak Spanish to the Spanish clients who want to buy homes here.
Mm-hmm. And apparently he's making a lot of money. The last time when he spoke to his mom, the mom said, well, when you sell this house, how much are you going to make? He said $500,000. And you know what I think? I think Pedro is trying to unload himself from Chantel because he don't want her to get any of that money.
No.
So he want to be totally separated, divorced from her before she can get access to that money. That's what I think. And it was very disappointing because I really, at some point, I started to think, well, maybe he's going to be that one guy who will actually be with this woman for love. And that was not the case. He actually married that woman for a green card. That's what I believe.
Well, I think we both started seeing signs when he started disrespecting his mama. That's when I realized, okay, Pedro is not who we thought he was.
Person, yeah.
Because you have to be a man of character at the end of the day.
His mom for his dad's stuff.
Like you live in the Dominican Republic. Do not sit here and act like you don't know the men be out there cheating, lying, talking about they have wives and they don't.
Oh, lying that they don't have wives. They're all single and they have a whole wife, a whole family. Like your father did.
Exactly. And then you want to go and blame her, oh, you were seeking married men. Who goes to seek a married man? Who goes to seek a married man?
A very young woman. And he seems as though he was with her when she was like a teenager.
14, 15.
Like young.
Because he met her when she was walking home from school.
Yes, when she was in secondary school, which is kind of like high school here.
Yeah, so you're not even legal then. You're not even legal once you leave high school. Like, you're not legal until your first year in college.
And he was coming around, getting her gifts and all this stuff. Lying that he was single.
Yeah. But, that's what older men do. They love to prey on young women because they're not seasoned. They don't know the way that men can be. And they're not aware. They're more naive.
And the men themselves are very immature. And
exactly. So, I can't be with a grown woman. They're not going to go for a grown woman who can point out their BS. They're not going to do it.
So now Pedro started complaining.
About
he had nothing to complain about. He started complaining about Chantel being lazy.
Cooking and cleaning. Are we in the 1920s?
And he had the nerve to say something like, when she was in nursing school,
I was holding it down. I was cooking. I was cleaning
and all this.
You were playing video games.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
And he was like, and now it's my turn. It's time for her to hold me down. If she was at home, Pedro, that's a different thing. But she's actually working full time.
Yes.
You were holding her down. You weren't working full time though.
Exactly.
But you were holding her down. So of course you should be holding her down because you weren't working full time, and for most of that time you weren't working at all. And
you
now
were a foreigner in this country.
Full time at night shift.
Yes.
What?
And you're complaining? You have some damn nerve. You have some nerve.
And I don't even know why Chantel was even entertaining him. Get a maid. I am not even going to entertain you on that rubbish.
I will look at you, and when you're complaining about it, I'm not going to say nothing. But when I leave home, when you leave home, I will be calling the maid. Let her come clean up and let her leave the house.
Yeah.
Let's see what else you have to complain about. Yeah. Let's really see.
But you know what I like? I like the fact that Chantel very quickly.
She did it for a week.
She was really observing him, and then she really came to the conclusion very quickly. You don't love me. You're looking for something you have
to
nothing.
fight about.
You just don't love me. You don't like me anymore. You don't respect me anymore.
You going to be
totally
kind to
changed.
me.
I've done so many things for you. The green card, the job that you have, like, it's all because of me. And now this is how you're acting. And all the while she's trying to think about ways to get the marriage back on track, he's like, we're so different. It just can't work. Like, I was just
looking
shocked.
for any excuse. Like, he has just been a donkey's rear end this whole entire season. And I'm just shocked because I never saw this side of Pedro.
Yeah.
But I did see a hint of it with his mom, and I was like, this marriage will not work.
I was like, okay.
And then when he turned on Chantel,
yes.
And he turned on her once she started saying, well, maybe your mom needs to be more sympathetic to how you were.
On her, yeah.
But that's the thing. You cannot, when a man starts disrespecting women, you as a woman should not sit there and indulge him. Because if he can disrespect another woman, how much less you? You still a woman at the end of the day. You ain't special just because you sleeping with him. So I just felt like the whole thing was just so sad.
Yeah.
I felt really bad for her.
I did.
But then...
Did too. And then what did you think about her when she went to the... Remember, he was spending time... And then he's going out and coming home 3 o'clock in the morning,
with this chick,
drunk.
Anita.
And hanging out with... What's her name? Antoinette.
Antoinette. I'm sorry, but they're sleeping together. They're sleeping together. They're having an affair. The whole office knows. I don't even trust that girl who was on Chantel after the whole thing. I don't trust her.
The boss.
I don't trust her.
Because how can she not know when they're playing...
ownership game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna write my name on this. I'm gonna write my name on this, and then
I'm gonna bring things home that is hers.
And then I have her makeup in my car. You high? You drunk? Or are you both? Something ain't right in the Kool-Aid.
And when she walked in, did you see the way the girl looked at her? Like,
She looked at him, and she looked at her like, how dare you? And then she looked at Pedro like, why the hell is she here? Like, she looked disgusted. And mind you, that girl was 7 people down, like this. Get that woman for me, Pedro. I'll be over here.
But I am happy that Chantel, you all tell us what you think. I was happy that you didn't like that, but I was happy that she confronted Pedro there and said what it was so that they know the kind of person he is. And that's a one for Antoinette. You want to be with him, fine, but guess what? You're going to have yours soon, too.
Big facts. Because a man can't respect you when you sit there and let another...
Because there's going to be another woman you're going to like better than her.
Yeah. I just felt like, the whole thing with Chantel, at first I was like, why do that? But then again, you don't know what this man is saying. You don't know why, if he's lying on you and all this stuff. So I am happy, once you explained it, I was like, it makes sense that she did put her stuff out there for them to know what's going on.
Because some of them seemed like surprised, like he was doing all that.
Because he probably could be lying, saying, you're the crazy one, and she's giving me all these issues, da-da-da, and you're just looking back like, this man is straight up lying on me. So I just felt like it was good that she did that and everything, but I feel like it really won't matter because he's already out the door.
They got home, and
he left her there.
Minutes, he told her, what did he say? I think we should separate or something.
Yes, like she was crying and stuff like that. Like, I just want you to be kind to me. Like, I just want you to be kind to me. And I was just like,
man was out the door. Like,
he did not care. He was not phased. He said we should do a separation. She's like, where are you gonna go?
Like, he's like, separation leads to divorce, and he's just kind of like,
well, that's where I'm trying to go.
That's where exactly. That's exactly where that man's trying to go.
Yeah, so I honestly feel like he about to go moving with Antoinette.
And you know what? This is how I feel, and it's almost like a cautionary tale for women. This is what I found. When a man, when you meet someone and he didn't have anything, and then you kind of help him and he gets somewhere, right? What really should happen, he should turn around and be there for you. Like Pedro now. You had nothing. She married you, you got your green card, you able to send money to your mom, You know, I remember when he will send some things to his mom and stuff like that. Things that you couldn't send before, you're able to send things to her, all because of Chantel. Okay?
How she helped you get your driver's license,
all
help you
that.
get this job.
You will think that now that you're on the cusp of making
being a
$500,000,
millionaire.
like she even put your name, like both your names are on the house. Now that you're on the cusp of this, you will think that he'll be like, Chantel, you do so much for me, baby.
Yeah.
You don't even have to work as a nurse. That night shift, just go
Forget
and work
that.
as a needed or part-time. Like,
yeah.
I got you, man. That's really how it should be. But this is what usually happens. What usually happens when you have seen that man struggling and coming up, right? It's like you're a memory for him when he didn't have much. And he always remembers you. And those are for the immature ones. He will always, and the ungrateful ones, he will always remember, she helped me get to where I am. And he'll feel insecure about that, you see. And so with Antoinette, though, it offers him this thing of, remember when he was saying, I want to help her?
Like, I can help her,
I can help her, right?
Stuff like that.
That makes him feel like a man.
It makes him feel like he got this all on his own.
Yes,
and now he's helping somebody else.
Her. And you see, she doesn't have any memory or history as to where he was before. And so now he can show her this $500,000 man, this successful realtor kind of person, you know, and start afresh. And bump Chantel. And that's just, I mean, it's not fair. But it's a cautionary tale.
But it happens all the time.
No man's come up.
Don't be no.
A lot of times
you have to save a man. Don't do that.
I love that. A lot of times we want to be that for a man, and we think he's going to turn around and be there for us. That doesn't happen. There are just too many stories that I know of where, and you can see it in their faces, like that man gone. You can see it from a distance, man. He's trying to get a totally different person, and sometimes it's someone who is like really like, you know, maybe
somebody
like
who was in his position before.
Someone who can someone that he can help out.
Yeah.
And he can feel like a man.
But that's the issue, because I mean, innately, men are supposed to be providers. They're supposed to be protectors and stuff like that. And they are supposed to, you know, be the man.
Be doing it for you.
Yes.
Not the other way around. And then when you
go and do
allow it, and it's backward,
you
you think you're helping him, but he starts hating you for it.
Yeah, because I feel for some odd reason he doesn't see it as, because the thing is, everybody needs help to get to where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, women need help, men need help, grandma needs help, whoever it is, everybody needs help. But for some reason, when a woman helps a man, he feels emasculated. Because, you know, by definition in society, men are stronger in different things, which we all know women can do more things than men on certain things and stuff like that. But they would feel inferior.
And I think
that's not for all men, though.
It's not for all.
It's not for all men. Some men,
those who already have like an inferiority complex, for those who are immature, you know, who don't think about legacies. Yeah. Those are those kind of men. So you just gotta know what man you're rolling with. But I have seen, this has happened to just so many women. You all tell me if you have seen this happen before. To women that you know. I have seen this story so many times. Yeah, there's only so much that you can do for a man before he starts feeling like inferior. Like, if you want to make him a sandwich, or if you want to, you know, help him wash his laundry or something, you know. But don't sit here and say, oh, I'm going to help you find a job, I'm going to help you do this, I'm going to sign your application. Like, sometimes, even if it seems like he's struggling, let him struggle. Even if you do get a struggle bandit, do not help him. Watch him, sometimes be like, oh, baby, can you help me with this or whatever? But let him do it on his own. If you are hell-bent on getting somebody who is below you financially or whatever the case may be, do not sit there and try to help that man. But as women, figure it out himself.
Yeah, just don't do it, because then you end up like Chantel. But also, I had this thing to say. Chantel, you were all up in your sister's business last year.
All up in everybody's business but her own.
And look at what happens now. This is why you mind your own damn business.
Well, you know, she's the eldest, so she has that eldest child syndrome.
Nope. You see me,
I have some older siblings, so I know how that is. They be all up in everybody's business but your own.
But that's my thing. But it was like onto the brink of like, I mean, even you were all up in Pedro's business as well. I would have let that man go to Dominican Republic by his damn self. Even if he begged me. Yeah. I'm not going. I'm not going to go.
Such a sensitive thing.
And you don't even get along with the mom anyway. Yeah. So your little prejudice against the mom was going to affect that whole situation regardless.
You know, talking about the mom. You know, Mama.
I think she was out of line.
What is, you know, I was all for her.
Her screws aren't too tight.
When her son was insulting her, I was all, you know, like, oh, don't do that to your mom.
It's like she's forgiven him.
She has forgotten how this boy
insulted
was so
you,
disrespectful, and I know that's your child. But Mama, when he comes to you and he's talking about Chantel, first it seemed as though she was going to give him the business, like when he was trying to talk to her about how he goes out at night, and she's like, you mean you're allowing yourself to go down that path? And then he starts getting upset, like, no, it's for networking, Mama, and this and
you
that.
don't have to network at night and with the same people.
Yeah, and then at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then all of a sudden, she's now telling him it is only Chantel's fault. She is selfish. She's jealous of you.
I just thought,
Mama, when he gonna come back again, he gonna be disrespectful to you again. I'm just waiting for that to happen again. Give him good advice. You know, as mothers, we're the only ones. We're in a unique position because if we can't tell our children the truth when they go wrong, nobody else is gonna tell them.
Yeah,
we have to take that on and tell them. We just have to. They may not like it.
You might not like it.
They may not like us at that moment, but we gotta be able to tell them the truth.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I did not really appreciate the mom doing that.
I thought she was out of line, and I feel like this man just called you a hoe, your sister, your daughter, and your mama. I'm sorry, but you would be dead to me to an extent. Like, I will call you when I need to call you to check on my grandkids. That. I will not. I will not.
I will not forget that.
Like, our relationship will never be the same. It will never be the same.
I mean, as time goes on, you probably will forgive, you know, it's your child, but all I know is this.
After everything I did for you, and you gonna sit here and call me a hoe when it was your daddy's fault, who was probably being a pedophile. I'm not forgiving that easy. Hell no.
Yeah. And I'm not going to, I wouldn't encourage you when you're doing stuff wrong at all. And she should not have been encouraging him and then blaming Chantel. Come on.
Well, they both don't like each other, so that's the issue.
But still, I mean,
you have to.
You not telling your son the truth, you're doing a disservice to him.
Facts.
But he's gonna turn around and Antoinette, you better watch out because your turn is coming with Pedro.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think about Nicole and Alejandro getting back again together?
Well, I want to first talk about the guy.
She's very lonely.
I feel like
because she lost.
I felt like her doing the whole pageant was amazing. I thought that, you get out of a relationship, keep yourself busy so you're not thinking about this fool.
Yes.
And just so you can, build up your confidence or whatever, so like that. I was sad that she did not win, but also that little guy who was there, doing the runway, saying that, you need Botox, you need this. I'm like, go away, as if you're some spring chicken in these streets.
I know.
You're not even the bad chicken on a sunny day.
Yeah, he just really putting her down. And I think he got to her head.
Because she went and got Botox immediately.
Didn't she get some kind of implant
in her
Botox or something?
Here and everything.
Trying to do her jawline or something.
Exactly, which I thought was wrong.
Get a defined jawline.
Yeah, because it is, kind of round. But I think I feel like God makes us the way He knows is perfect for us. Her face is perfect just the way it is.
Round face.
Yes. So I felt like that was really sad.
So I think she is feeling sad about that.
But I felt like
she lost, and then here he comes.
Men can always smell.
First of all, violating your boundaries. I think he's only back because she was in the pageant.
Yes, he saw her on the Dominican TV. He's like, oh my God, my girl going places. place.
Yes,
You know, she's
listen.
not your girl no more.
Someone probably left there and say, you don't know her, please.
So he said, I'm gonna go prove it to you.
Yeah.
You know, so I felt like, you know, men can always sniff from miles and miles away when an ex is down. It's like they just have, or it's the energy or the vibration that you're having, and you're maybe signaling somebody with bad vibes because you're in a bad space. You know, and here he comes like a little snaky snake slithering.
Bombarding into her office.
Like yelling at her in her workspace.
I know.
You know, if I was a boss, I would say, you need to get your ass out of here.
I love what she did though. Pretending
She's down by the vomit. Hey, please get out your perfume.
He's like, you used to like my perfume. I don't like that perfume. Just like the mom was doing to you. So that was
Charlatan.
Well, washer boy. The mother is a mess.
I just felt like
such a mess.
Her mom's gonna roll over in her grave if she get back with him, and I don't think she should. Like, he is no good. He looks greasy. His shirts are too tight. His pants are too tight. He can't even procreate if he wanted to because of how tight those pants are. I'm always wondering why men wear pants so tight. Your genitals can't even breathe.
It's the new style.
No, it's not. It's
new
stupid.
Style. It's like grab the crotch, be tight on the lower legs, and then bring it high up like Michael Jackson pants.
Michael Jackson's pants were never high. His pants were never tight though. That man was not kicking and doing all that stuff with tight pants. Yeah. They were just, you know, to the calf.
Yeah, but now it holds the calf. Now the pants these days hold
I'm sorry.
Ankles and the calf and everything.
Can you imagine your man in the morning getting up to put on some tight jeans and he's jumping around as you're jumping around against your tight jeans and he's trying to squeeze the little jeans over his little bottom? Can you imagine that shit?
Well, remember we were talking about that yesterday, like just you know how I'm in the mirror and he's in the mirror.
Let me squeeze myself into the jeans.
It's like the whole thing with men with makeup now. You're doing your makeup, he's doing his. You know what I'm saying?
That is cause for divorce.
Remember, who had makeup?
A-Rod and J-Lo.
A-Rod had
He
makeup.
had his own makeup line, y'all, called Hims.
Yeah, and then, who was the other one who did it first? Robert? No, not Robert. Oh, man, what's his name? What's Courtney's ex-boyfriend? What's his name?
Ex-boyfriend?
Not Travis.
That French guy?
No, Courtney's ex, man.
Kourtney Kardashian?
Yes, Courtney.
Wasn't she dating
the
some French
father
guy?
of her babies?
Scott Disick was wearing makeup?
Oh, yes. Scott was the first person I saw wearing makeup. In fact, Chloe was laughing at him because she was like, is that makeup? And he said, yeah, you know, it's just a little something you put up. He was the first person, that was years ago, he was the first person I saw who had makeup. Yeah, he was the first guy I saw who had makeup. So that was very interesting. But yeah, you know, but I just, like we were talking about yesterday, it's too much, man. But
I can't be with somebody who's competing with me to be
I mean, I guess, you know, women, sometimes we get into tomboy outfits, so now the guys are like, let me see what the women are doing, let me go do it too. Hey.
There is a serious demand for women to be fashionable. And as women, we have that in us to want to be fashionable. It's not, a man has no demand on them whatsoever to be fashionable, to look good or anything. Yeah, you can go around with a pot belly and they say a dad bod is something that is earned.
Go to get someone.
A dad bod is earned, but a mom bod is disgraceful. It means you have let yourself go, you have hit rock bottom, you look a hot mess. But a beer belly, a pot belly with a little fat fupa on the side of your hip is sexy. It ain't sexy, boo. Go to the gym. You know?
Yeah, on fire today.
I just feel like, I just can't. Tight jeans. Like, what? Even Pedro be wearing the tight jeans and also the tight muscle shirt. Now, I don't mind the shirt being, I don't know. I don't even feel that either.
Anywho.
Men fashion today.
Was that it for,
No, we were still talking about Michelle. No, Nicole and Alejandro. I don't think they should get together.
Yeah, but I think she's going to accept him, though, because she's already
she's crying, accepting flowers from him.
Yeah. And he's already smirking like he already got her in the bag, so he obviously knows something we don't. So I think it's a done deal.
I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame because she's gonna regret it. And when him and his mom, when her boyfriend and her mom start fighting again, she's gonna be feeling bad.
Well, now he says he is going to strive to get along with her mom because now he knows how important her mom is to her. I thought it was so sweet when she cried and said, my mom and my brother, they were the only ones there for me.
When my dad left and everything.
So it shows how much that really impacted her. Her not having. So even though she was beat all bravado to Pedro, like she doesn't care about the dad, it really affected her. The father not being there.
It did affect her, but the thing is, I'm not going to go out there and search for you so you can embarrass me further.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm sure she already got to see what that was like with Pedro, so she was just like, it is what it is. Yeah. I did feel like Pedro, I guess he is getting back at her because she's like, oh, you didn't support me with the whole dad thing.
Yeah.
So I felt like,
Yeah.
he should have been there because you were wrong and out of line.
So too.
But yeah. So I think that was it for the family Chantel.
That was all for the family Chantel.
Yes.
And we will see next season, I guess.
It's not over yet, though.
Not. Okay,
it's not
so
over yet.
See what's going on.
So we'll review the next episode, but we wanted to at least do it all together.
Yes.
But yes, it is Mary
and Amma.
And we invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.